celebrating because we've been able to make it through the first week of the month of October, and here we are, alive and well. We need to give God praise. And in fact, as Media General, we are celebrating all our clients, all our viewers, our customers, every single one of you as we mark World Customer Service Week. And so thank you for making us who we are today. And of course, we hope that we'll continue to serve you the best way possible and make you our customer, our viewer, our client priority. This is TV3 New Day. It's Friday morning. What's up? Probably getting ready for work. Remember to say thank you to God before you leave home. Maybe you can even shake it a little bit before you leave the house. But again, of course, every morning we also give the opportunity for us to discuss very pertinent issues. And later today, we'll be talking about the red flags in relationships, what you should look out for. Uncle Ibo Weiss will be joining us, so make sure that you stay with us. We have sports, we have entertainment, that exclusive with Miss V, who will be premiering her latest video with Tiwa Savage. That's happening later on the show. And so this is where you ought to be. It's very important that we spend the morning with you. Now we're crossing over to Johnny. He's just joined me in the studios as well. Good morning.
Morning.
How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I see we're rocking the red together.
Yes,
Customer
we are.
Service Week it is, and just like you said, we want to wish all our customers at Media General, 3FM 92.7, Onia 95.1 FM, Connect 97.1 in Takrady, Akoma 87.9 in Ashanti region, APL, TV3 as well, and all our subsidiaries there. Those who connect with us on 3 Foundation, our CSR wing. We love you and we cherish you, and we believe that we'll continue to make Ghana and Africa better with our connectivity and our business and our unity and unanimity. Definitely.
And well, Accra has a new mayor. Maybe we'll touch on that later. First female mayor.
I'm happy about it. I'm happy about it. I'm excited also that she got 100% endorsement from the assembly. I mean, given the fact that some other people are being rejected across some portions of the country, including monies that are being rejected and given to the people. It goes to feed into the theory that, yes, sometimes monies exchange hands. And we've had allegations of 5,000 Ghana cedis and 10,000 Ghana cedis. Some say $100 at some places. And which is why some of the assembly members now have to vote and show their sheets to the cameras or show it to whichever regional minister or former mayor or whichever government official they find present. For me, I think that it's not a good thing, because are you voting your conscience or are you voting for the money that you got?
For the money you're receiving. But I was particularly excited when I saw Mohammed Nia J-Soa at the, the voting, during the voting process. And he even took a photo with Madame Elizabeth Saki, who is the latest female MCE for Accra.
In fact, the first.
She's the first. So I guess it's good news. But Johnny, what do you have for us this morning?
Well, yesterday I will talk about some issues within the gender ministry, education ministry as well. But yesterday also took place on record that all the former mayors of Accra were there, as well as Stanley Blue reports from it. So that's good news.
It is.
And happy Customer Service Week to all of you. Speaking of customer service, yesterday I saw a letter from the quarters of the Ghana Education Service talking about the fact that, well, some teachers or headmasters are taking monies that they are not supposed to take. They're concerned about that because we want to present an image and a reputation and a perception that everything within the education sector is free, which is a good thing if it is free, because yes, I always will say that people who are in their 60s, some in their 70s, enjoyed free education back in the day under President Nkrumah. So now, if we're enjoying free, it's not as if it's a novelty. Maybe we may have improved certain portions of it, but I'm happy that the Ghana Education Service is waking up to talk about the fact that, well, don't charge my customers, which brings me to the point. On the 27th of September, good morning to you, fellow Ghanaians. 27th of September, we here at Media General, through our man in the Savannah region, Christopher Mwako, broke the news that 19, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 boys had been allegedly sodomized by no less a person than their social studies teacher, who was supposed to teach them how to live right in society. Listen again. 19 boys of school-going age of the Kulpi JHS in the Savannah region had been allegedly sodomized. He had broken their trumen 19 of them, their social studies teacher, Mr. Natoma Otabil, that's the accused person, that's the suspect now, had broken their truman, as I like to call it. 19 of them. It broke on the 27th of September. Now, when the news broke, everybody was sad here at Media General. I don't know about other places, especially from the quarters of the Ghana Education Service that issued a statement yesterday suggesting that people were taking monies that they didn't have to take. I don't know what happened at the Ministry of Education. I don't know what happened at the Gender and Children and Social Protection Ministry. But I'm saying here at Media General, when we broke that story on the 27th of September, we were dismayed greatly. Fast forward, you know what the law says. The law says that if you come and you say you have been raped, you have been sodomized, you have been defiled, you will have to go now and foot the medical bill that will bring some evidence for the state to be able to prosecute crime. And by the way, prosecution of crime is the sole duty of the state. It is not for me, you and I. It's not for individuals. Prosecution of crime is the sole duty of the state. So does it make sense in any way that I say I have been raped? I will now have to go and look for evidence to support my claim for the state whose job it is to prosecute crime to be able to prosecute. And you see why a lot of people, or most people, will be raped, they'll be victimized, they'll be defiled, whatever it is. And because they cannot afford that fee, and I'm told that the latest one is about 400 Ghana cedis or so, because they cannot afford it, the matter goes waste. Nothing happens to the suspect. So in this particular case, the parents of the children said, we are farmers. We have very little. In fact, farming has not been good this year. So we cannot afford the monies you are talking about. In any case, they couldn't have done it at Salaga, where the matter happened. They would have to come to Tamale, and that includes transportation costs as well. So they couldn't have come. 19 boys, let that sink in slowly. 19 boys allegedly sodomized by their social studies teacher. 19 boys. Now, when the matter broke and then the parents said, oh, we cannot foot the bill, we were expecting that, for example, we would have the Ghana Education Service that has written a letter now to suggest that people are taking monies that they are not supposed to take. The Ghana Education Service that put Mr. Natoma Otabel in that school. The Ghana Education Service that is supposed to monitor and evaluate teaching and learning in that school, both on the side of Mr. Natoma and the students, would have stepped in. Because you know what's surprising? The Ghana Education Service has been loudly silent, just like the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, just like the Ministry of Education. It had to take the Member of Parliament for the area, Hajia Zuera Ibrahim, to foot the bill for the 18 boys. By the way, one of the boys, according to the police has not been able to, include him in the list because one of the boys has not formally made a case to the police, a report to the police. But all the 18 boys and the bill thereof in Tamale had been footed by the Member of Parliament for the area. But there's a DCE who takes property rate, who takes business operation permit, who takes market tolls. There's a Ghana Education Service who decided that Mr. Natoma Otabil was well qualified because, his friend says he used to be a scripture union president. He used to be an elder of a church. He used to preach. He was like the village pastor. Everybody revered him and he loved the boys. He didn't want to associate with the girls because people would usually smear stuff on them. So he decided to hobnob with the boys. Sana, allegedly sodomizing the boys. Because 19 boys cannot come up to conspire against their social studies teacher. Now, since the matter happened, the Ghana Education Service, I'm telling you again, that posted a man to the school that is supposed to monitor and evaluate, that is supposed to ensure that teaching and learning is at par, is at its greatest peak. The Ghana Education Service has been silent. But yesterday, they had occasion to write a letter to suggest that, people are collecting monies that they are not supposed to collect. Question I ask is, do boys' lives matter? Flip the coin. One teacher allegedly defiles one of his female students. The whole country, Ghana Education Service, you see Motromo Joe from the education ministry, Motromo Joe from the gender ministry, Motromo Joe from so-called feminists, Motromo Joe. Boys' lives do not matter. 19 boys. It does not matter to you. And you know what? It is the same thing that is mirrored onto the national level. If I or Percy or Francis walks up to the police station today to go and say, oh, I have been raped by Bellamundi. If they walk into the police station now to say, oh, I have been raped by Bellamundi, the first option would be, now, are you serious? The police will laugh at them. If they are female police, I can imagine almost immediately that they will say, na bema kantinka pa na wama oba we are rape you, oh masajaja grono. Then if it's male policemen, I'm sure they will say, masa onye serious fear nako. That is the kind of society we have created. So we are nurturing the women, the girls. We are teaching them stranger danger. If somebody touches you here, come and say it. If somebody holds you here, come and say it. If somebody does this to you, come and tell mommy, tell uncle, tell this, tell that. How are we socializing the male child to be able to rise up? That is the job of the gender ministry. The gender ministry has been loudly silent. And yesterday, I saw a letter suggesting that, the gender minister has been on leave and that the leave had been extended, and that Madame Cecilia Dapa, who is also a sanitation minister, who already had a big tax because Accra is so dirty, everywhere is so dirty, and she has a big tax. She has been asked to go and act in that ministry as well. So she is minister for 2 ministries. Question I'm asking is this. When Lawyer Adjoa Safo in May had written that letter to the national coordinator for the school feeding program, asking her to vacate her position and return all property or assets in a possession to the state or to her successor or whoever it is or to the ministry, when she wrote that letter in May, was she still on maternity leave? So can you be on leave and still be writing letters and sacking people only to come back the next day to say that there were administrative errors? I'm saying 19 boys have been sodomized. And if it hadn't been for the responsible member of parliament for that area, 19 boys would have had their lives hanging in the balance. Nothing would have happened because they could not or they cannot afford the medical bills. I tell you what, Dr. Dennis Botti has told us that the lapse in time, it could destroy the evidence. The lapse in time could destroy the evidence. 19 boys, because the trauma to that renal area could be gone. You can't find traces of sperm and many other things. So he has asked the police to widen their net. The police have served notice that they want to prosecute and they want to slap charges of unnatural carnal knowledge and all of that. But I'm saying 19 boys. The GES will pride itself, and when you call them, they'll say, we have a guidance and counseling units in the school. Since the matter broke on the 27th of September, tell me, that so-called guidance and counseling unit at the Kulpi JHS, what have they done? And I'm telling you this on authority, that until Hajia Zuera Ibrahim, MP for Salaga South, had paid for the monies for the boys to be tested, for the guys at the Tamale Teaching Hospital, salute to you, to have done that psychological test for the boys, nothing of the sort would have happened. Social welfare is watching Zuguma. Ministry of Gender, Children Protection, they're watching Nyama. Education Ministry is sitting there. Basa, everything, pato. They are all there. 90 boys. 19 boys have been sodomized. The whole nation is quiet. Gender activists quiet. As if, and read the mission and vision of the put it on the screen. The vision and mission of the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection. It's not an extended headquarters of the Ghana Girls Guides Association. It is not an extended headquarters of Women's Fellowship of a Church. It is supposed to be for the equality and equity of both sexes. That includes male and female. Read it. That is their mission. And I watched Lawyer Adjoa Safo at a vetting. She spoke as if things of this nature would never be swept under the carpet. 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. October. They are all quiet, but they will take their salaries by the end of September. They took it, by the way. They will take another one for October. 19 boys had been sodomized. I say flip the coin. Let one single. I'm not saying a lady should be raped. I said let one person. And you know what's interesting? When the matter broke, the community were so angered they wanted to attack the teacher, I'm told. It took the education authorities there to go and make an official complaint Official complaint. That's the vision on your set. It says the vision of the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection is to create a harmonious society in which the survival and development of the sexes, children, the vulnerable, in this case these 19 boys, and persons with disability are guaranteed. I know that Adjo Asafo's ministry also takes care of people who are visually impaired and people who are deaf. But this deaf and dumb attitude, we don't like it. Because you swore an oath to protect the vulnerable. You swore an oath to be equal to everybody. So what is happening? I'm saying that when the matter broke, it took the education authorities to go and report to the police to come and arrest the gentleman and go and put him in cells because the people were so angry they wanted to lynch him. That was the reason they went there. They didn't go there because they are looking for justice for the people. Because if they are looking for justice for the people, or they were looking for justice for the people, I'm saying that GES always says that there's a guidance and counseling unit in every school. That's what they say. That's what they have been telling us. And I've been telling you that these things are on paper. Since the matter broke on the 27th of September, where is that so-called guidance and counseling unit in the Kulpi JHS school? And is the GES, particularly and the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, not worried that the psychological makeup, because also a man at Savannah region tells us that the children were being teased, they were being mocked from among their own friends. Some of them didn't even go to school. They stopped going to school because the mockery was becoming too much. It took the community elders to get common sense, to summon a meeting and to warn everybody that if you ever do that again, we will have to hand you over to the police. And that stopped. Yesterday, when they went to Tamale Teaching Hospital for the final test, one of the boys says now he has been psychologically briefed, so he will want to go back to school. This morning, I'm asking a simple question. Do boys' lives matter? And for example, when something happens to a child in school, because the child spends most of the time in school that they spend with their parents at home. When something happens to the child in school, what kind of duty of care do the school authorities have? Headmaster, metro director, sub-metro director, regional director, what kind of duty of care do they have? Social welfare, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Gender, Children and Social Protection Ministry, wake up. The name Inobi Post. In any case, you are asking for another minister to go and act at the Gender, Children and Social Protection Ministry. What happened to the deputy minister for that ministry? Because we are paying people for that. What happened to the chief director of that ministry?
On July 13, 2021, the Social Welfare Department of the Gender Ministry launched a 10 documents basically to protect vulnerable children in the country. And this was supposed to uphold the rights of children in the country and also further protect them. Now, in attendance, of course, because it is under the Gender Ministry, we saw the Deputy Minister of Gender, Hajia Lariba Budu, there. We saw the Chief Director of the Gender Ministry, Dr. Afisa Zakaria, also there. And these documents are supposed to protect children in the country and also protect their rights. It's sad that at this point when we need it the most, we're not hearing much from the ministry. Even though they were all there, they were photoed at the release of these documents, the launch of the documents. In fact, it's in partnership with UNICEF and a number of other international agencies as well. You see, we're very good at doing all the paperwork, launching and talking about things. But when it comes to actually doing the work, we don't see them anywhere at all. Boys' lives do not matter to them. That's really what I'm saying. It's not just boys. Boys, look, I'll keep going on about this issue because, again, when women's rights were violated, when that fake doctor decided to treat them for whatever sickness that did not even exist, we still have not heard from the ministry. When a policeman also slept with a suspect in police custody, so nothing was said. I feel like it's not just the boys, but I'm just worried about how silent the Gender Ministry has been over time. Honestly, since the second administration of the president, I haven't heard much. And I'm saying that we know that the Gender Ministry is supposed to take care of persons who are visually impaired and who cannot hear, but they are not supposed to be reenacting those unfortunate situations. They have closed their eyes to everything. They have closed their ears to everything. All they take is salary. They go to work, they bath, and they flaunt it around. And then what irked me was that the person had been giving a leave extension. I'm asking the question. In May, when the Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection asked that the school feeding coordinator gets sacked, was she on leave?